Hey guys, it's Stephanie from the clinical content team at Tobii Dynavox. And I wanted to spend a few minutes just giving you some tips and ideas of things that you could do to encourage communication and learning at home. Over the last several days, we've been talking about a lot of the different resources, but today I want to give you some specific ideas on what you can do. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do over the next week or so to support communication and learning at home. So the first tip is we want to make sure we give our kids access to communication tools. And some things that we have that you can access for free right now is our Snap Core First software. You can download it for free for 30 days. It's available for iOS, so you can put it on an iPad, or if you have a Windows tablet. It'll walk you through the setup process. There are many different configurations of buttons. So if your child needs fewer or more buttons, you're able to actually set up the system to um, customize it to meet their specific needs. If you don't have an iPad or a tablet, we also have free printable communication boards available on our website. And oh, I should tell you, we'll make sure that all of the links to all of these resources are available in the video, in the post. So these downloadable communication boards, again, come in different configurations. So you can pick the board that meets the specific needs of your child. Just a little tip. A lot of times we assume that our child can't handle a lot of vocabulary. I recommend that you give your child a little extra vocabulary. So if you think they can only handle 3x3, bump it up a notch to 3x4. The more vocabulary they have access to, the more vocabulary you can teach them. Tip 2, you're going to need to show your child how to use the communication device or board. We often call this modeling. And we know that modeling is the best way that you can teach your child how to use AAC in relevant and meaningful ways. Whenever we're learning something new, it's always helpful to see somebody else do it first. Same applies with AAC. You need to be touching and using the device as you talk and interact with your child. Now, there is no need for you to press a button for every word you say. Pick a keyword, a couple of keywords. So if you're going to go outside and blow off some steam, maybe the keyword that I'm going to focus on is the word go. So when I go to my child, I'll touch on the device. I'll say, let's go outside. And so I'm going to touch go as many times as I can during that interaction. So if they're on the swing, we can touch go again. Look at you go. If they're running around, I can see you go. So just pick a couple of keywords that you're going to focus on when you're modeling. Tip 3. This is a big one. Find opportunities for your child to practice communication. And while you're at home, think of every single thing that you do at home. Every activity can be a communication activity. So on this slide, I have the core words with some examples of how you could use those. Core words plus topics allow you to communicate during cleaning, cooking, putting together a puzzle, getting dressed, going outside. So pairing core vocabulary with these topic boards allow you to encourage communication in no matter what you're doing during the day. The next tip I have is probably my favorite, is just to read some books. Reading books, when you don't know what else to do, just pick up a book and read to your child. We have downloadable core books. There are a few examples here. These are free. Or grab your child's favorite books. And one of the tips I learned this from a friend and colleague of mine to use car as you are reading a book to support communication and learning. And so what that means is when you read the text on the page, you're going to pause. You're going to comment about something on the page, and then you're going to wait. And then you're going to ask your child for participation. Maybe we ask a question, or by simply pausing, we're asking our child to participate. Maybe they point to something on the page and we can talk about it, or they explore and look around on the page. And then the R stands for respond. Respond to anything your child might do. So if they point to something on the page, we can expand on that. If they look you in the face, you can expand on that, like, oh, I can tell you really like this. So a lot of times when we're reading books to children, we tend to just flip through the books and read. With this strategy, we're going to pause on every single page and give our child an opportunity to really experience what's happening there. And then tip 5, help your child keep learning. So we have these amazing free printable activities called Boardmaker activities to go. And here's a list of all the things you get with each of these thematic units. You're going to get books and activities and games. The activities might include a matching activity. You also get recipes and arts and crafts activities around the theme. So these are fantastic. Now, a lot of us are at home and we don't have access to printers. You can still look at these activities and have experiences with them by just uploading them onto your screen or onto an iPad. So don't let the printer keep you from experiencing these great materials. Excuse me. So I hope that those few tips are helpful for you. I want, as usual, I want you to stay safe and take care of each other, and we'll talk soon. Bye.